want to give honor to Reverend Jennifer, shepherd of this house, to Reverend Duke, to Sister Dillahunt, Sister Boatwright, Sister Tolliver, and Sister Tracy for that awesome introduction. When I hear my bio being read, it sounds like a whole lot of stuff. But it makes me reflect on how grateful I really am. Because it doesn't talk about all the people who said what I could not do. It only reflects what I've done. So to any young person out there listening, don't let them put that in your ear about what you can't. Because you can do all things through Christ. Amen. And I also need to give a shout out to Allen AME Church. They are the best in the world. Amen. Would you just pray for me? I'm struggling a little bit with my voice. I hope you can hear me okay, because I want to preach. But I've been battling this bug all week, but we came here for a word on tonight. So Heavenly and most gracious Father, my prayer is that you allow me to deliver your word and to do it your way. That hearts and minds might be touched on this evening. That you allow my voice to hold up, if only until the last word is said. We need to hear a word from you on tonight. We're grateful for this opportunity. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. It's awesome to celebrate Women's Day. So it made me realize that when you get right down to it, women are truly the backbone of the church. It doesn't matter what your affiliations are. You can be AME, CME, Baptist, Apostolic, or Pentecostal. Women are the backbone of all of those churches. And in case you didn't know it, the Bible is replete with stories about women who paved the way for each of us. You see, you have Anna, who used her strength in prayer and fasting. You have Hannah, who prayed fervently. You have Janina, who was a missionary, and the woman at the well who helped win her city to Jesus Christ. You have Rahab, the harlot, who gathered her family to safety. You have Philip's daughters, who preached the gospel. You have Tabitha, who was a disciple and a student who had a ministry of making coats for widows. You had Phoebe, who was a helper in the Lord. You have Mary, who anointed Jesus with her precious ointment. You have the widow who gave her last to Jesus. Another Mary gave support for the man of God. Mary the Anointed sat at the feet of Jesus and heard his word. You even had Priscilla, who ministered to the Lord with her husband Aquila. And you had Tryphena, who labored for the Lord. You don't often hear a lot of names from women in the Bible, but there were many of them who supported the ministry of Jesus Christ. Amen. So as I was preparing for this day, I was reminded of a text from Galatians, specifically chapter 6, verse 9, which in the NIV reads, "Let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time we will reap the harvest if we do not give up." Other translations, that was the NIV. The King James Version says, "in due season." The Contemporary English Version says, "when the time is right." Commentary by William Barclay says, "when the proper time comes." The Living Bible says, "for after a while, let us not get tired of doing what is right. For after a while, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up." So I just stopped by tonight to tell somebody, don't be discouraged when you're doing what you know is right. Don't allow negative-minded people to stop you loser. It's very easy to become weary when your life is filled with wholesome activities which would fall into the category of well-doing. But in Galatians, Paul tells us, let us not be weary. Let us not become victims of our critics. Let us not fall into the traps which they set for us. Don't allow your critics to destroy you with their words of contempt and hatred. Stand your ground and be steadfast and unmovable. For in due season, when God gets ready to bless you, all the hellhounds on Satan's payroll can't stop you from getting what God has in store. In due season, it can be in hot weather or cold weather. It can be in May or December. But in due season, God has a blessing for those who don't allow themselves to become weary in well-doing. Now, before Paul talks about not becoming weary, there are challenges that we will come across when we try to do the right thing. In other words, after naming some of the things that constitute well-doing, he admonishes us again and again not to become weary. One of the things he talks about is forgiveness. Without a